Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm on a mission to take control of my finances, and I'm sharing every bit of that journey here with you. Each week I break down exactly how I spent my money for the week, the good, the bad, the questionable decisions. Why? Because accountability is key, and honestly, I love hearing your advice and your thoughts in the comment section. This week, I spent $1,177.64, and let me tell you, it was a doozy of a week. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're trying to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I need your help to get there. Let's do this together! Before we dive into all the numbers, you guys know the drill. I'm 42 years old. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I have a cute French bulldog back there. She is resting finally after clawing her way to a comfy spot. I paid off my car in 2023. I rent this lovely apartment. I make about $70,000 prior to taxes. I'm an empty nester and I'm a grandma. I think that's everything. Let's dive into the numbers, y'all. One amendment I do need to make to my budgeting video is I forgot that I am putting $20 a week into my Roth IRA. I'm also putting money into my 401k, but that's before I even get my paycheck. Right now I'm putting about 2% of my paycheck into my 401k. That is at a 4.1% match with my company, and then I'm personally putting in my own separate Roth IRA, $20 a week right now. And I'm so proud of myself because I started off doing $20 a month, and then I was like, no, now that I got my COLA raise, I'm going to put $20 a week in there. So I forgot to put that in the budgeting video, but we're going to talk about it tonight in my expense tracker because it comes out every week, and every week I see it in my bank account, I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, my retirement account. That makes so much sense. Like freaking A. I don't know why I forget about that. Y'all, also, this was the week of the Strawberry Festival. My family was in town. My parents were in town. My sister was in town. But because my daughter and my grandson were sick the week before, my sister was afraid to get sick. And so we didn't see her at all. Her and her mother-in-law came into town together, and we didn't see either one of them. I have no idea what they did. And then we did hang out with my parents, who weren't afraid of getting sick, I guess. And my daughter, my grandson, myself. And it was a week of spending, which I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I really didn't have money to budget for it. So I just used out of my emergency fund that I keep in my checking account, just so I don't go to like negative amounts or to zero. I do have a separate actual emergency fund that is my high yield savings account, and I did not spend any money out of that. So we're good. It's not exactly how I wanted the week to go. We had some changes, and I ended up having to spend a little bit more money than I wanted to, but it is what it is, and I do enjoy hanging out with family. Next time I just need to budget a little bit better and actually set some money aside, because I didn't set anything aside. And I knew this was coming. I just didn't think I was going to spend as much as I did. Anyway, let's get into it. I got an oil change today, and I spent $75.26 on that. I got gas. I had to get gas today for like the upcoming week, but I also had to get gas earlier in the week to make up for all the running back and forth I was doing between St. Pete and Tampa and Plant City to the Strawberry Festival and back home and all of those things. I ended up needing gas. So I spent $64.34 on gas. Groceries, I spent $112.04. And let me tell you, this is absolutely insane that I spent that much on groceries, considering I did meal prep last week. And because I was so out and about going with family, I didn't have time to eat some of that food. And I thought to myself early on in the week, like, I had foresight. Save some of this, throw it in the freezer, bring it out on Saturday night or Sunday, let it thaw, and eat that for next week, which is this coming week. And I did do that, and I feel like I have hopefully enough to get me by through the entire week. If not, I have about $15 or $20 cash in my wallet, and I can spend that on getting something that I need to get me by until grocery day again. But I need a new hairbrush, I need socks, and I was like, yeah, okay, because I'm not meal prepping and like spending money on meal prepping, I was like, I'm gonna have a couple extra bucks in the budget, and I'll just, instead of buying $120 worth of groceries this week, I will just get my socks and my hairbrush ready. Thank you. No. When I saw how much I spent on groceries, I was like, where did this come from? I don't remember spending this. I did stop and get some, children, infant Tylenol, and then I did my normal groceries, but I still didn't get anything to meal prep with for this coming week because I already meal prepped and had it saved in the freezer. So I'm not quite sure how I spent $112 and 4 pennies on groceries, and now I don't have any money to get socks. I think I'm gonna have to get socks because I'm down to one pair, and that even one of those socks has a hole in it. And I can't stand walking around because I have to wear socks with the dog walking shoes that I have because they will put blisters on my feet, and I can't stand walking around and filling the hole in my sock and the heel of my sock. So I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just buy some socks today or tomorrow. It's nighttime now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in my pajamas. I did book my car rental for my daughter's graduation. I already booked my flight a while ago, and then I used some of my Bilt credit card points that I've been doing because I've been using my Bilt credit card for everything and just paying it off as I go. So I racked up some points pretty quickly because of that. So I was able to get a car rental and only spend $126.57, and I got that for a few days in April. The last thing that I will have to pay for is when my dog is boarded and I pick her up. I'll have to pay for that. And this is where I'm like, this is a questionable decision right here. I went out to eat. I took my daughter out to eat for her birthday, which I already knew I was going to do, even though I'm on this no buy for the first quarter of the year where I'm not spending any money on coffee shops or restaurants. I already know I was going to break that to take my daughter out for her birthday because she shouldn't have to suffer for me making this choice. So we went out to dinner. She ordered something for her fiance. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of annoyed about that because I was like, this is our dinner, but she didn't really ask me out. I thought she was gonna pay for that, and she didn't. Anyway, bygones by bygones. I didn't even talk to her about it because it is what it is, and I just was like, I guess I'm paying for everything. So I spent $90 on that. I went out to eat with my parents. I didn't know. Normally they will treat us, and I'm like, even at 42 years old, I hope my parents still treat me out to dinner. They didn't. I ended up having to pay. I was like, if I knew I was going to have to do this, I would have just went home and ate something out the fridge that I already had prepared. Because when I got home, Scout had peed and pooped in the apartment. Anyway, I digress. I spent a lot of money eating out that I didn't want to spend. I spent $126.89 eating out for the week. Glad that's over with. Even though my no buy is almost up for the year, because I just wanted to do it for the first quarter, I honestly kind of want to keep going with it for as long as I can. Does it annoy me at times? Yes, because I'm like, I could really use an afternoon coffee and working in the office. I get all sleepy sometimes and I don't know, and stuff like that. And sometimes I want extra snacks or I want to go out to eat on Friday or something like that. And I'm like, stick to the plan. I do think I'm going to try to stick with it as long as possible though. Then I have my retirement category, which is my $20 every week that I'm putting into my retirement account, which honestly, I have no idea what to put it on. I said that again last week and I ended up putting it on. Gosh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Actually, let's do that. Log into my retirement accounts. I'm going to tell you all what I bought so far in my retirement account, and then you guys can suggest what I should buy next for my Roth IRA. I've really been sticking to ETFs recently. Just something I feel like it's easy to get into, and I don't have to worry about too much like research into it. You know, I've heard they're tried and true and kind of things. So right now I have VII or IVV, one of those. I'll put a screenshot up. I have that. I have VNQ, and I have VXUS. And I have those three, and I don't know what I should put this week's $20 on. So let me know what you guys think I should put the $20 on, because I have no clue, haven't even researched. I took myself on some walks down at the, what do we call it? The Riverwalk in Tampa, and so I spent $3.15 on parking. I got $100 cash out for the Strawberry Fest, which I have $15 or $20 left right now. I didn't spend all of that, so yay me. I thought I was going to spend it all. Credit cards. I made my credit card payments today of $508.37. So that brings my total week of shopping. That brings my total week of spending money to $1,177.64. I'm not happy about that. When I saw that number, I was like, that is so much money to spend. Like, girl, you don't have that kind of money. You ain't rich. What you doing, girl? What you doing? Okay, so when looking back over the week, I'm feeling mixed emotions, honestly. On one hand, I feel like I did good in a couple of categories, especially like my grocery budget, where I spent under my $120 that I allot myself for the week. I did think I was going to spend less. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be way less than I spent. But you know what? I'm under my $120, so yay me, go there. And I paid money on my credit cards. I put $500 something on my credit cards, and I do that every single month. I feel so blessed and grateful and honored to be able to put that much money on my credit cards, because I know not everyone is in that position, and I don't take that for granted at all. And I know that not every week is going to be perfect, and progress isn't linear. There's going to be ups and downs with that, and every week is a chance to learn and improve. One thing that has been a complete game changer for me in my finances this year is my 2025 budgeting template. It is a Google Sheets workbook that I personally created in order to help me stay on track of my finances for the entire year. It is customizable and has helped me stay on top of my goals. If you are looking to take your budgeting to the next level, I have linked this workbook in the description, and it is available for purchase on my Stan store. What about you guys? How did your spending go for the week? Did you completely stay on track with your budget, or did you have some slip-ups like me? Let's chat in the comments. I read every single one. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye!